going to do something a little different here because I'm getting questions from people about the sexagenary. And this would be if you are actually born in the year 1966. So you would be a bit older, you would be a senior person, and it does make a difference. So I think I'll set up for a tarot reading and just explain it to you. Okay, so it's a little bit different, and you have to know a little bit about Chinese astrology. You need to know about your own astrology. For example, I'm a monkey. My element is metal, but I was born in an earth year. And so at 60 years old, in 2028, I think that is for me, I will have my sexagenary, and those can be challenging. Okay, so I'm going to shuffle these while I'm explaining this to you. So this is going to be very specific to you. If you're interested in this, if you're interested in, somebody's astrology, if they're born in 1966, or if you're coming up on a sexagenary. So let me explain it to you specifically for those who are born in 1966. You would have been born in a fire horse year. That's why it's very rare to have this combination. So, of course, the Chinese animal sign is every 12 years, but to have the same elements present would be every 60 years. Okay, so that's why 2026 is exceptionally significant, because it marks both your 60th birthday and your Ben Ming Nian. Okay, so that's your zodiac birth year. So in Chinese culture, a 60th birthday completes a full sexagenary cycle. So this represents a great return. It's kind of one of your emails, you asked me if it was like a Saturn return. Well, a Saturn return is a little bit different because we see that every 30 years. So it's kind of like a bigger Saturn return. This is a profound cosmic reset. So for 1966 fire horses, a little bit deeper in what you can expect in 2026 is the Ben Ming Nian challenge year. Okay, so traditionally your own zodiac year is considered to be a year of offending, the Tai Sui, that's the Grand Duke Jupiter. And this brings up major shakeups, volatility, emotional highs and lows rather than simple good or bad luck. You'll have intense energy transformation. Okay, so you have both your year element, your birth element, are fire. So this is the double fire energy, and it's extremely powerful. It's extremely potent, and it acts as a generational kind of ignition. So it's stirring individual willpower and demanding authenticity from you. So for, say, career and finances, you are facing a kind of protagonist moment. So big changes in your professional path. And yes, there are opportunities to make money, big money even, and breakthroughs. But there's also high risk of impulsive losses or burnout due to the year's fast pace. That's why I said we're off and running with this year starting. All right, for your health and well-being, this is a very critical area. All right. And I'm not trying to scare anybody. Okay. I'm just trying to let you know this is where you take good care of yourself, because you are advised to focus on your mental health, like managing overthinking, different stresses, and your physical health. So more specifically, your digestion and your cardiovascular health, your heart. Your traditional advice would suggest that if you are born before July, you would be very cautious during the first half of the year. Okay, so I'm not going to take too many of these curiosities because they could get, a little bit wild. So again, how to manage the year, the intense energy, you'll have traditional practitioners. Oh, see what I mean? Like there's energy of big money. You have to watch out for those losses. And it is a time of judgment. I'm going to keep these right over here because they decided to show themselves. So new beginnings. All right. You just have to watch for the dangers of literally people trying to trick you or rob you or slander you or libel you. This is thievery. This is trickster energy before July. But don't worry, because, this could be the past, the way these three cards came out. And we have this new beginning, and we have the judgment card as the total outcome here for just these three. So how to navigate it. Okay, so the traditional and kind of practical remedies, wear lots of red. Okay, but be careful with that red. I'm talking more, to ward off the Ben Ming Yan, wear red like at your socks. You could wear bracelets. You could wear jewelry, underwear in red, but not like red all the time as in a red dress. Okay, so to control the kind of changes that are coming, you want to initiate joyful events, celebratory type of events, positive, like milestones. Like if somebody's getting married, go to a wedding, have a wedding, have a birthday party, a big one. Okay, because this is how you ward off the three disasters. Okay, so taking strategic actions that specifically avoid impulsive decisions. Okay, be very strategic, be very focused. All right, so horses that are successful this year are going to be the ones that are moving more strategically, a little bit like moving like the snake of last year, but not like the snake of last year. Okay, just take what you learned. Okay, now we've got this Five of Cups. I'll interpret it for you. Okay, so for the feng shui type of adjustments, you can incorporate cooler colors to cool this fire, like blue or metallic tones, so grays and silvers, even white, or moving to cooler parts of the country or cooler areas where you live. If it's possible, that will balance all of this fire energy. So if, let's say, you live in the desert, move somewhere cooler. Maybe you want to go to the mountains. Maybe you want to go, just move somewhere cooler if it's possible. That will help. And let's see, if you can't move, okay, because that would be very specific to your feng shui as well. You could just take more vacations or spend more time in cooler areas, okay? So let's see, we've got that Five of Cups over here. So we've got some sadness, because that's 5 and 5. Double 5 are significant. The number 55 is significant. The year 1955 could be significant. All right. And we have the Hanged Man in reverse, so this is kind of the combination of martyrdom and or saying I'm done. All right, let's see. We're going to interpret this. Don't worry about that. I just need you guys to be cautious. I can see that it is a little concerning if you think about all this fire energy. Okay, but that would be, like I said, the sexagenary energy. And we have the Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay, so we start off with the Five of Swords. We're moving into the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so, maybe somebody stole a victory. Somebody stole something from someone, left someone out in the cold. You may have been left out in the cold. Somebody may have stolen something from you. And, then you had to start off in the new beginning energy, moving to the Judgment. So there was some kind of a judgment call. Now, I'm not going to read for too far in the past. So something has happened here. We've got the energy of change. We've got the energy of the number 1. The number 12 is significant. 2012 could be significant. You could be 21. You could have a 12-year-old, but I'm very specific to you right now. You could be dealing with the energy of a Queen of Wands in reverse. So this could be a fire sign, Aries, Libra, Sagittarius. Flip and switch the roles. This is player energy. This is somebody who is not loyal, somebody who's not faithful. Whoa. Hang on. Sorry about that. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. It seems to me that if you can navigate away from whatever happened to you, and this could be very recent, this could be very fresh with the Ace of Pentacles. Maybe you've decided that, for some of you could resonate with being in a relationship or having just gotten out of a relationship with somebody that was literally trying to take you for something, literally trying to either defame your character around somebody's, there could be a defamation of character issue here, but we've got the Judgment, okay, which is the judgment coming from heaven. Everyone will be judged. Okay, this could also mean that there is a Queen of Pentacles energy. You could resonate with the Queen of Pentacles energy. You could be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn energy. I'm going to place this right here because I'm trying to figure out the year of the rabbit. Somebody born in the year of the rabbit could be significant here. All right, let's see. Let's get a little bit more clarity. Oh, I know what I'll do because this is the after tarot. I'm going to clarify this Queen of Pentacles really quickly because, she just seems kind of out of place. This is an excellent, this is also, you'll hear lots of tarot readers telling you this. This is a kind of witchy person. This is not a good person. The Queen of Pentacles the Queen of Wands in reverse is not a good person. That's like saying kitchen witch, or somebody who uses, if they've got any gifts, they use them for bad. This is not a healer. This is somebody who practices black magic. This is, that's why that black cat is on there. Not that black cats are bad or mean anything, but this is just an indication that there could be somebody working against you that could be a fire sign. All right. And like I said, you are just born in 1966. You were born in the year of the horse. This is a different kind of astrology system. And now we have the King of Wands. There are two people here that are not connected to this. There's a King of Wands, an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and there is a Queen of Pentacles who is looking in the other direction. That's a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. All right, let's just get two more to get a little backstory, and then we're going to continue to clarify because these two people are not connected. And it could be that there is a Queen of Pentacles that's going to offer you an opportunity to help you come out of this melancholy energy. There's air energy there with the Five of Swords. Somebody did or said something. This is like a rumor that somebody started to be able to get some money that has been called out in judgment and left someone here, whether it's you or somebody close to you, out in the cold. It's like the truth came out about a rumor or an action that somebody took that forced somebody, could be the Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, into a new beginning because of a victory that was celebrated too soon, which left somebody in the Five of Cups energy, which could have caused somebody to see things in a completely different way. Somebody felt like they were either victimized or martyred or hung out to dry. And then I almost get that cackling witch out here. Like, I can't do a cackling witch. I never really liked the Wizard of Oz movie, actually. My second husband just thought it was great. I had all of these like kitchen witches in the kitchen that we had in California, and he really loved it. Like, he bought me for Halloween once this huge witch, which was that terrible witch from The Wizard of Oz. And I'm more like Glinda, if anything. And I was like, I really don't like her, and it's scaring the children. He thought it was great. Actually, you can't see this, but that husband is responsible for this. I actually really love it. And that was a very long time ago, but we're so cool, so it's okay. He's himself and I'm me. But I don't like that witch. You could resonate. Somehow the Wizard of Oz is significant here. Maybe there's like a wizard hiding in a back room who's the one pulling the strings. Look at somebody here. Okay, so this is because I'm talking about 2026, and like I said, I don't want this reading to go long. I don't know why that won't. Okay, so sorry about that. But the number 5 is significant. We got 555. Change is coming to you as a result of this. Somebody took some action. Now, whoever it is, this is the Queen of Pentacles. She's over here and she's healed. This could be you. You could be completely healed from what someone did to you. But the King of Wands is juggling. The King of Wands is upright, but he's juggling and he's looking in a different direction. There's boobies here, so I don't think you could really see that. I don't think that it'll get picked up very well. Will it get picked up? Let me just scoot it over here. This King of Wands is juggling? Oh, Yes, he is. He's juggling. Uh-oh. Okay, so maybe he's not a bad person because he's in the upright, but the King of Wands, it's like, while you could be, now take it as it resonates. Oh, there's a fight coming. Okay. Yep. And somebody trying to get away with something. Okay. Let me interpret this for you. I'm going to place this here. Okay. This could be, now take it if it resonates and what parts resonate. Okay. So this is what you're moving through in 2026. And now this could be what happened in 2025. And it also could be what will happen in 2026. So just remember, I'm not making a negative prediction. I'm trying to help you avoid whatever it is if this is your story. Okay, let me get one more card over here. I just need one more. Spirit, what is this? Father in heaven. Oh, gosh. Somebody has come out of hiding. We've got the Hermit in reverse. Somebody has come out of hiding, and as a result, I'm going to place this here. You are in the Five of Pentacles. Okay, like I said, I don't know if this already happened. I don't know if this is happening right now, but this is what we got, and I can only read what's here. Okay, one more. I'm not going to go deep into the past, but I want to see, how did we even get to this? Oh, Lord. Because the truth is out about something. Someone has come out, somebody has come off the mountain, somebody has joined society, somebody's done with introspection, and as a result, the truth has come out. The truth about a person has come out. Okay, so let me recap here. So in the past, or what will take place that will lead to this change, is the Five of Swords. So someone did something and stole someone from you. I'm gonna go loose with this because I'm talking about the entire collective of fire horses born in 1966, because we're talking about the sexagenary, right? Okay. So we have somebody who stole something from someone. It could be slander, that's stealing reputation. It could be it could be libel. It could be something legal. Somebody did something that caused another person to have to retreat to the water or over the water, or, just somebody's cast out and you could see that they're moving toward the water, not even taking what they left behind. Somebody or multiple people are like, okay, I'm just going to leave now because, and this person over here is kind of like that cackling witchy energy, like, haha, I stole your sword. So somebody stole something from you, which then from someone, let's say, because you could be on any side of this, I don't clearly know. All of the horses born in 1966. Okay, so this would be all fire horses from 1966. Now, if you're like, I'm a fire horse, but I'm not born in 1966, we'll take what part resonates. Okay, so this forced someone into a brand new beginning, but they were protected. Somebody could have Egyptian ancestry resonate with Egypt. We have that scarab beetle, which is like getting it out of the mud. Somebody had to start all over, but then judgment occurs. It's like the karma starts coming down the pipeline. Everyone in the matter is judged. Someone is left out in the cold. Now, this could have been you, or this could have been the person that was kind of exiled because of the Five of Swords. It caused them a Five of Cups. So this gossip, this slander, this theft caused somebody a deep emotional pain. And at the same time, maybe the person that stole from the Five of Cups person has a new beginning or forces them into new beginning. A new beginning comes to the person who did the stealing, the lying, the slandering, whatever this is, or the legal maneuver, or stole the document, okay, because swords are documents, swords are communications. So it's like this person has to start all over. Somebody else says, I've just taken your dung beetle or your new beginning. This person or somebody here involved was looking at things a different way or trying to literally martyr someone, but judgment comes. And then we have the Queen of Wands in reverse. Doesn't have to be any of the signs that I'm saying, but we have to honor the signs that are on the cards. This is an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, and this is a feminine. Now, if it isn't Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, this is like a sexy lady who could resonate with sunflowers, or maybe has a medium to light brown hair. Maybe she has a black cat, but there is fire here. And this wand in reverse energy, the Queen of Wands is a witch. In the reverse hell, yes, this is a witch. Okay. But there's judgment on top of it. Then we have the Hermit comes out. That could be Virgo energy, comes out, and somehow that brings the truth out. The truth is known, or somebody starts to send messages. You can see that we've got that. Isn't that the falcon thing? Like somebody sends them off that's got the little, like, looks like the goggles on. Take the message here, take the message there. Somebody is communicating messages, okay? The air suit is also the internet. Somebody could be communicating something over the internet. The Hermit in reverse. And now it's like the tables have turned. And we have, this could be like a group of people. This could be a couple of people. And now we see this woman, who's a little bit different art. Looks like she's eating, she's pretty heavy. So it's not like anybody is starving here, but somebody is literally carrying their burdens in the snow. And I could tell you that in many parts of the country here in the United States, well, not all states, but here in the United States, it's winter at this time, and we're getting snow in different areas, but remember, focus on the fact that this is a very large, a heavier person. This person is carrying some stuff around in the snow, but she looks well fed. And then there's a couple back here. And what's interesting is there's a kind of mallet back there. Isn't that like a croquet mallet? I never noticed that before. There's two croquet mallets. I'm going to have to look this up, but I don't have the book near me right now. Why do they have croquet mallets? What is the symbolism of the mallets? I'm going to have to look that. Oh my gosh, I'm going to have to look it up right now. Please forgive me. This is going to bother me. Why are there croquet mallets? Hang on just a second. In the After Tarot, why are there two croquet mallets next to the two mendicants where the very large, heavy lady is passing nearby in the Five of Pentacles? Let's see. It says in the After Tarot, the deck that explores what happens next, the two croquet mallets next to the mendicants in the Five of Pentacles symbolize a pivot from struggle to a new, potentially constructive direction. Okay, so that's all right. That's the first time I've ever noticed it. It's an excellent deck, by the way. Okay, so the person who was in the Five of Cups, who got screwed over by somebody who lied about them, cheated them out of something, stole something from them, created some false documents, or stole the documents, or sent the documents, away, abroad, flying. This is at a distance. Now, yeah, it could be in another county, for example. You could be in one end of the county, somebody else. Somebody did something, but now the tables have turned. The croquet mallets, they have pivoted. Something has changed. Hanged Man, somebody's perspective has changed. And then we move into the Queen of Pentacles. Somebody rises through the pain into the Queen of Pentacles, but is not looking at the King of Wands. And the King of Wands is facing forward, right? So either you or someone else, there are two women here. Suffice it to say, we have the Queen of Pentacles now, the Queen of Wands in reverse. I mean, this could have been a hired practitioner to do something. Who knows? I don't know. That King of Wands is in the upright, so I really can't bang him around much. But we have the Queen of Cups. She's focused on her cup and nurturing and scrying, and clouds are significant for her. I've just now noticed that she is earth and water and sky, but she's wearing a cloak of clouds. Meanwhile, the Queen of Pentacles is over here admiring her coin, very over focused on that coin, like only the money. This is only about the money. And the King of Wands is in the middle of them. So we've got a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and we've got an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Somebody has healed here. The Queen of Pentacles is healed. The Queen of Cups doesn't know what's going on. But there's one hell of a fight that's going to break out, or somebody is angry. This Knight of Swords is going for the jugular. Somebody's very angry. This is about romance, though, and I'm going to tell you why. Somebody had an affair. Somebody was juggling. The King of Wands is trying to juggle 2 women right now, or will be, or will attempt to. The Queen of Pentacles only wants the money. The one is associated with money and property and resources. She only wants money. She doesn't really want love from this king. But the Queen of Cups is focused on her cup. She's not looking at anything. She's looking into the cup and is scrying or is thinking or is concentrating, but on her cup. But let me tell you why this is some kind of a love triangle. Look at the shield. The shield is in the shape of a sword, of a heart, and I said sword. There are butterflies and birds. You know, this horse is like, oh my God. And the Knight of Swords, an air sign, an action that someone is taking, is going for the jugular. Now, it doesn't have to be an air sign, but it is associated with the sign of air, quite obviously, right? This is like the Knights Templar. Somebody is so angry right now. Somebody is so pissed off right now. I think I did a reading like that. Somebody's ex is so mad. Okay, there's a chill pill for that, I suppose. But there is somebody very, very angry. And what this results in, the King of Pentacles wants to offer an apology, take an action towards somebody. But remember, it's a false action. This is not a person that can be trusted because it's a Knight of Cups in reverse. So somebody's trying to maybe not even apologize, but make a kind of weird love offer to somebody. And I suspect it's to the Queen of Cups because he's in Knight of Cups activity here. And it could be because it's on top of the Two of Pentacles that he's trying to be a fake lover to 2 women. But it is definitely an attempt to juggle them. Somebody here has healed from something terrible that happened to them. Or if this has not happened yet, sweetheart, you will heal. Okay, you will. You have to go through this period of the fire horse and get through it. You will. If you were born in 1966, then this is the year. Whenever your birthday is, the month does not matter as long as it falls between February 17th and the next lunar new year. But focus on this. Somebody thinks that they got away with something or that they will. But what they have done, look at that. They have set a trap for themselves. Someone did something. Someone stole something from someone else. Okay? And I'm not sure how, again, with the swords, this is a communication. These are words. These are documents. This is an agreement. It could be a contract. It could be money. They stole a beginning. Somebody stole a beginning from you. Or someone stole the beginning from someone else and left them in the 5 of Cups. And I believe that could be the Queen of Cups. Okay, we're going to clarify really quickly. I don't want this to be a long reading. So we're just going to get a couple of these curiosity to see what was it that was stolen? What was stolen or will be stolen or is being stolen? What is the thievery here? The slander, the libel, the documents, that would be forgery. As well, the Ace of Swords would be male, communication, somebody pulling strings. Somebody could have contacts with an agency that maybe could help them. Ace of Swords. We don't see any other men out here. There's just a witch. That could be a warlock, but he is in the upright. I mean, so far, he's just like a player. I mean, he still is in the upright. So maybe somebody was trying to slander. Maybe you are. Maybe you are the male. Okay, so what male is significant? Somebody's male is significant. Double life. Somebody was leading a double life. Somebody was wearing a mask. Somebody put on a mask and lied about somebody or did something. I mean, yeah, this could get, super crazy if I said somebody assumed somebody's identity in order to do something. But let's just say that with communications, this is words, this is documents, this is rumors, and it comes over here. Misunderstood. Somebody created a misunderstanding with words or letters or emails or documents or communications. I did say this could have been internet based, that somebody created a falsehood. Maybe even, hang on, let's see, could this have been like text messages that were manipulated, or somebody manipulated something? What did they manipulate? This feels like a manipulation. Somebody stole something from you, or will. That's what's happening. Like I said, this could be something that happened in 2025. I can't really time that because I'm really talking about the sexagenary, what it is that's going to be difficult, or I don't want to say difficult. It's just challenging. It's a challenge. Oh, because somebody wants to make peace now. Somebody may want to make peace with you. Somebody's trying to make peace with somebody. This feels like somebody's going to send someone a communication trying to make peace with them about the shady dealings. Look at blood money, bribe money. Someone stole, and it translated into a financial opportunity of some kind, or finances. Somebody's name could be Benjamin. Finances are involved here, or it would have improved somebody's life. So that's blood money. There's money, influence, or power changing hands in a way that isn't meant to be traced. Somebody did something or is going to do something. Okay, so this reading is just meant to be kind of like a compliment to what you can do. Okay, so we went over this, right? So red, that's the ultimate color of protection for you during your birth year. Okay, it's most effective if it's underneath. So like underwear, socks, even a belt. And it's best if somebody gives it to you. Okay, if somebody gives it to you, if it's a gift from family or your friends, it's luckier than if you buy it or give it to yourself. Let's see, okay, let me think. So what else can we do? Okay, so you could pay homage to Tai Sui, worship Tai Sui. So you could visit a temple at the beginning of the Lunar New Year. Okay, so there's a ritual that you could do. Okay, that's a Sip Tai Sui ritual. So if you can't visit a temple, you would need to purchase a Tai Sui plaque or get yourself a gold Tai Sui card and then place it in the south sector of your home. You got to learn some Feng Shui, at the end of the day to understand this. Okay, so do the joyful event rule. Okay, so follow the Chinese proverb, right? One joyful event can ward off 3 disasters. So if obviously 1966, you're going to be 60 here soon. So celebrate the birthday with a giant, happy gathering. Okay, so you're trying to generate the positive energy to offset the potential misfortune. Okay, so for amulets, like I don't have mine around here, but I wouldn't be able to show you anyway. So you could carry a piyao, all right, that's a mythical kind of protector, or you could get yourself an obsidian hulu. It's a gourd, okay, to safeguard, protect your health and your wealth. You could also get your secret ally, your secret friend, to tame your wild energy there. So, your secret ally, your secret friend. Oh, let's see. So how about this? Don't do any renovations. I'm going to summarize this for you, but don't do any renovations in the south, okay? Because that's where the Grand Duke Jupiter is. All right. And that will help prevent obstacles. You really do need to learn some feng shui if you're going to go really far into this. And it's like what I tell people, don't learn it if you're not going to learn it. Don't touch it if you're not going to. Sometimes ignorance will have to be bliss because it can be complicated. And I'm not trying to discourage you. I'm just saying that it isn't just about picking up a red cushion and tossing it somewhere. It's not that way. Okay, so make sure that you are not disturbing the area with loud noises or digging. Or, you can plant something, but you don't want to be digging or making noise in the south. And then you can, like I said, balance the heat from the double fire energy, which can make you irritable, burn you out. And you could do that using blue, white, or gold. You're introducing metal. I'm not going to discourage you. I'm going to tell you to research this a little bit, and that will cool your mind and stabilize the energy. So strategic caution, avoiding major life changes like moving house unless it's so imperative that it would benefit you more. Don't start a business this year. If you're born before July, be careful this first half of 2026. Whenever you're sleeping or working without knowing your directions right off the top, face north so that the Tai Sui is in the south and is behind you, supporting you, and you are not facing him and confronting him directly. That's a no-no. Keep everything calm because it's going to go very fast. Things are going to be very demanding and changing. Okay, so but your blood pressure, you could really struggle with blood pressure or bouts of exhaustion. So, before you commit to anybody to do anything, you agree to do one more thing for one more person. Practice the slow yes. Okay, so before you make a decision, you want to let everything cool, everything settle. And most importantly is to meditate, because your mental health could be challenged. And get yourself an app so that you can do some breathing exercises, breathing meditations, mindfulness meditations will help you with mental stress and overthinking. Okay, so let's just I'm not going to get anything crazy here. Oh, I don't want to do crazy. Okay, let's get something gentle here. I don't want to see anything too crazy. Not that I'm trying to avoid it. I just don't want to stress you out with it. And let's see, we're at 37 minutes, so we could finish this up now. All right, what are the final admonitions for the situation that may have already occurred or is occurring or will occur or has occurred to somebody? And you know what I'm saying. You gotta know your story better than I can tell your story. We have the Page of Wands in reverse, so somebody may be trying to come towards you. Making a strange offer. Like, beware people that are just trying to touch you. People, you want to beware messages of people that could be a bit combative. That's fire energy. It's also people trying to sleep with you just for the sake of sleeping with you. Okay, you know what I'm saying. Only your life, but I would suggest that you not indulge in this, especially this year. This is not a good idea. All right, respect yourself, love yourself enough to know that other people do not dictate your self-worth. Fuck. We've got the King of Wands in reverse. You need to beware the King of Wands in reverse. He's a liar. All right, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or anybody who's just a fucking player or, sits on top of blue elephant, okay? Not good. All right, let's see. Beware this fire energy. And are you kidding me? We have the Five of Swords again. Somebody is trying to actively hurt or damage somebody else with words. Now, it could, there could be somebody in your group who's negative, who's trying to come after you or somebody else. It could be coming after, who knows, maybe this King of Cups is getting as good as he gives. I mean, but there's some shitty energy here. All right, let's say. All right. Oh, gosh, no. I want to drop them on the floor. All right, let's see. We also have the Seven of Wands. Okay, so there are going to be some arguments, some battles here. We got some fighting energy here coming for this little kitty cat. Somebody could be born in the year of the cat. We have the Nine of Swords. So there's a lot of stress here that needs to be managed. be managed in the ways that I'm explaining to you. Could be that a King of Wands in reverse is going to be the one bringing you the frickin' nightmares. Tell them to keep their nightmares to themselves. Tell them to deal with their own shit and not touch you. Okay? My second husband is born in the year of the horse. I don't want him to go through any of this either. Okay, but he's not a fire horse. All right, let's see. Okay. Actually, is he a fire horse? Shit. Now I can't remember. Actually, he is. Oh, no. He was born in 66. He's getting old. Okay, so now we have the Three of Cups. There's one person too many here. There are 2 cups, and then there are 3. Well, it's up to him. He can watch my videos. Okay, so let's see. More on the Page of Wands. I don't want to sit in this energy too long. What is the Page of Wands about? It's about a 7 of Pentacles. Somebody's tired. Somebody's tired of fighting. Somebody's tired of a relationship. Somebody's tired of being tired of waiting around, waiting for things to change, waiting for something to grow. 7 of Pentacles to the 7 of Wands. We have now, wow, we have the 6 of Wands. So there's going to be a victory here. You know, once this fight can stop, there's going to be a victory here. Okay, or at least, probably halfway through the year. So about June, maybe things will start to improve by June, by stopping the fight, by 8 of Cups, by leaving the situation, okay, by getting away from the King of Wands is in reverse. I'm sorry to say there could be a married couple here because we don't have the Hierophant, but we have it doesn't have to be a marriage on paper. This could be a kind of cohabitation. You could just live with a person because we have the Queen of Wands in reverse and we have the King of Wands in reverse over here, even though he was in the upright. But this is about the moving forward energy. A snapshot. Somebody's trying to leave somebody here. Somebody's leaving. I suggest you get in your little boat and leave. You're probably already planning this. You've already. Okay, so little horses, whatever you're going to do, just make sure that you take care of yourself and you think about what works for you. Okay, and we have the 5 of Cups. Can you believe this? That's now in the reverse and wanted to fly over here to the original position of the 5 of Cups. So whoever it was that was hurt in the past is no longer hurt. I mean, it flew so far, that somebody's not thinking about it or they're not in that energy. And then, we have the Lovers. There's that card of choice and it wanted to fly over here. You could identify with this person that in the past that was, you could be mirroring somebody who's gone through this before, but now a choice has been made, or maybe somebody realizes it was a wrong choice. Somebody made a bad choice and now they're in the 10 of Wands and they want to drop this burden and say, I don't want it anymore because the 9 of Swords, I want to get rid of it. I want to get past it. I want to dump these freaking sticks. All right. Ooh, 2 of them and we'll call it good. We have the Ace of Cups, a new beginning for somebody who walks away and goes towards something that is far healthier. And we have the 7 of Cups. Somebody needs to beware illusions. I think we're going to take one more because I want to see what is the illusion about. Don't delude yourself. Don't buy into the illusions that make us feel good. Somebody needs to not be drinking. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to tell you what to do, but maybe you got to get past that or figure out why you're drinking or if there's a trigger, because this is a cup right there and it looks like somebody's handing somebody else a drink. Okay, I have respect for people that, can moderate that, but you got to figure out why you're in that state. Why the 7 of Cups? Because it's usually a cry for help. You know what I mean? Okay, so yeah, we have the Moon in reverse. All right, so somebody is hiding a secret. Somebody will be hiding a secret. There is a secret that is present here. Okay, so 1966, born fire horses. That is the reason why this is difficult. Okay, just remember that the most important thing in Feng Shui to remember right now is to not offend the Grand Duke Jupiter, because that's just going to make problems worse. Don't disturb the south, and make sure that you practice better feng shui than you have ever in your life. This would be a good time for you to do that. Actually, let's get some initials and see if any of these resonate with you, because I feel like I'm leaving you on a cliffhanger, but isn't life a cliffhanger? Somebody's hanging off a cliff. Maybe somebody likes to skydive. Maybe you're going skydiving. The initial J is significant. The initial Z, I almost said G. Z is significant. I don't want to go too far with this because then I'll just start spelling words. All right, we'll just go from the bottom. The initial U is significant. The initial D, L, J again, H, and S, W just for fun. Okay, take good care. Love you guys and happy Lunar New Year. It's going to be just fine.